Okay, so here we are back on my listing. Now it is, so this is kind of how you're going to search the MLS. I'm sorry, homes that will be sent to you, or if you are searching on the MLS, you could still use these functions. You'll be able to see over here, you see there's a map, so you can click on the map view, and it'll pop up a map, and you can take a look at, where that home is in the city, where it is in the neighborhood, all that kind of fun stuff. This is the cool part that I wanted to show you really quickly. And so this is Google Street View. In Google Street View, this will allow you to run through a neighborhood and you can see, look, we can see, well, these guys have some cars that drip. Um, if he didn't put concrete there, he would be parking on his lawn. So you could look to see if there are people that park on their lawns. You could look to see if there's, how come it's not advancing? You could look to see if there are, it's because I'm on camera, right? You could see if there's pride of ownership in the neighborhood, which I can tell you this neighborhood really does have pride of ownership. You can see if there are chain link fences. You can see, of course, from, or let me go back to the other map. If you were looking at a house that's right here, you'd go, well, Grand Avenue looks like a pretty big street. Maybe I don't want a house on a big street. You might even be able to see in both of these views, you might be able to see, power lines and other things that, if you got out to the property and saw those things, it might actually keep you from buying the house. And so this, if we're shopping at home, because we have these stay-at-home orders, this might actually just make it easier for you, keep you at home, and keep you from actually having to get out and find out the hard way that it just wouldn't work for you. But anyway, I thought that was cool and useful. Let me get out of this view. And then you'll also see that there are some virtual tours. So this one, on this particular listing, this is the Matterport tour that we just saw. You'll see, details of the home up here. And this is really cool. Got to show you this. So this shows lending information. So I partner with, with the lender that I recommend, and she, I don't know if it's every day or every couple days, will update these rates. And so you could see if you were going to do an FHA loan with good credit, of course it's assuming good credit, then your rate is, at least today, it's 3.25. If you're going to go conventional, it's 3.625. And this shows how much money you would need down. Now this is a little bit low, so I'm going to show you how to fix that. VA is a zero down option if you have a VA benefit, and you can see what those rates are. And if you're going to do 3% down conventional, you can see how much money you'd need down and what the rate is for that. And then of course what the payments are as well. So this is a great calculator, and it's a great way. It's on every listing that'll be sent to you from the MLS. And it's a great way to kind of get an idea of whether or not this home will work for you. One thing I can tell you is that if there are Mello-Roos, I don't think they show up in the taxes. So that's one thing to know. Newer homes are probably going to have Mello-Roos taxes, and it's very common to see $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000 a year for those taxes. So if I see Mello-Roos on a property, I will let you know. There's one thing you can do is in this notes section, if this were your view, this part here would be light blue, and you could type in notes, hey, are there Mello-Roos? Let me know. And then that would go make a note on your portal, on your user in your portal, and then you just send me a text and say, hey, Craig, I made a note, go take a look. And of course, if you're favoriting homes, you could do that too. You won't see that option here in this view because it's, I think it's because it's in escrow. But anyway, so those are some best practices. By the way, let me show you this really quickly. As I'm looking at homes, what I typically do is go to the pictures first, and I'll just run through these pictures. If it looks good, great, then I'll go on to the rest of the detail. If not, I just move on, you know? So that'll save you a lot of time. What I used to do was just click one picture at a time. And although that can be fun, and you can certainly go back and do that, if you want to just kind of get through these really quickly, clicking on that gallery view is one way to do that. And then, of course, you can read the notes, see if there's, you know, solar or any of that kind of stuff. Again, I really recommend going through the map and making sure that the area is going to work for you. These are all things that, especially during stay-home orders, we should be looking at Matterport for every home if there is one. We should be looking at the street view. And if you like what you see when you look at those two things, then let's set an appointment, get you out to see the home. I think, oh, I was going to show you how to change this down payment scenario. So you just click on the payment that's highlighted blue, and it's going to open this up. See that? So this is showing a down payment of 3.5%. And what we want to do is change it to 20%, or, you know, if you're going to do 10 or 15% down payment, that'll help with that. But see, it'll change your down payment dollar amount, loan amount. Click calculate, and it's going to update that scenario. Oops, that's FHA. So here's your conventional payments, interest rate, yada, 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 and that's what your payment with everything is going to look like. And of course, your down payment is going to be right here. All right. I don't think it stores that when you go back. Oh, look at that. You can schedule showing right there. You can print this detail. This is a great tool, and I hope this helps you get the most out of it. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Do not be hating because of all these tabs that I have open. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.